Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 22 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the New York Jets with a new addition of Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, and Sauce Gardner. These dudes are quite amazing, and I gotta say, the Jets probably had the best draft in the entire NFL. My Ravens, I would probably put at 2, getting David Ojabo, Kyle Hamilton, Tyler Linderbaum. Just had an amazing draft overall. I'm okay with us trading away Hollywood Brown. Wasn't that big of a deal to me because we're a running team anyways. So, yeah, last year we were forced into a passing scheme. But anyways, this is not about the Ravens, about the Jets. Zach Wilson, future QB. I know it says they have hidden devs and their rookies and stuff like that, but Madden doesn't update the roster, so I have to update it for you guys. If you guys do want to know how to get my updated rosters, check the link down in the description below. I made a new video on it. And yeah, anyways, here we got Breece Hall, made him only a star dev. You can't, so whenever you do download my rosters, every rookie is a normal development because unfortunately, you cannot actually change the developments of the players. They will all start as normal devs, but you can just hit edit player down here and change their development. Breece Hall, I gave star dev. Garrett Wilson here, I also gave star dev, but I'm going to keep him as my third string behind Elijah Moore and Corey Davis. Actually, Corey Davis, I don't know what I'll do with him, but I'll keep Garrett Wilson in the slot, actually. So, this is our O-line. Laken Tomlinson, I forgot they signed him. They got Mekhi Becton here, Elijah Vera Tucker, George Fant, Connor McGovern, CJ Umaza, I believe, Uzama, I've never known how to pronounce this. Anyways, he's going to be our tight end along with Tyler Conklin, who's actually a little bit younger, but I'm still going to keep him at a second string. They also got this guy in the third round. So, yeah, I'm still going to keep him at third string there. Defensively, looking into it, CJ Mosley, he has a huge contract. I might want to get rid of it. LaMarcus Joyner is here at free safety, but at the same time, I want to start Ashton Davis just because he's younger and he has star dev. Jordan Whitehead signed here. I didn't even know he was 24. I feel like this dude was like 26 or something. Anyways, DJ Reed as well, they signed. Sauce Gardner at pick number 4 amazed me. I'm surprised they passed up on Ika Mekwonu and they passed up on Kayvon Thibodeau. But that's completely fine that they passed off on Kayvon Thibodeau because they got Jermaine Johnson, a guy who I absolutely love out of Florida State. I feel like he's a steal for anyone who gets him. He's just not really high on many boards, especially on Pro Football Focus's board. But I feel like he's a great player. He has superstar dev. Bryce Hall is here, not Breece Hall. Bryce Hall is here as well. He's going to be my second. And yeah, this team's shaping up pretty decently. I like what we have here. Specialist. Hall is going to start. Carter, I want over Tevin Coleman. I don't want Coleman to play. Garrett Wilson in the slot. Jermaine Johnson apparently doesn't have a face, but it's fine. We'll work with it. And CJ Mosley, Quinn Williams, John Franklin Myers, Sauce Gardner. Yeah, I'm cool with all of this here. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 5-1. Talk about a turnaround for the Jets. Draft class choosing, just going to keep auto-generated rookies because we don't know how good the rookies will be next year other than maybe Bryce Young. So anyways, what do we got here for players ready to negotiate? I don't know why I scrolled from bottom to top. Anyways, Tyler Conklin, yeah, I just don't need you. Greg Zuerlein, I don't know if they signed Tyler Conklin on a 2-year deal or what, but I think they only signed him on a 1, maybe 2-year deal, but I'm not going to give him 4 years. That's a guarantee. Greg Zuerlein, no. Will Parks, no. No, already got a defensive end. Joe Flacco, baby. He's staying with the team. I don't care what y'all say. He goated. He's staying with the team. Everyone else here. Nope, I'm not going to re-sign anyone else here. Just Joe Flacco, GOAT. And it's now time to move into the playoffs. Going from 5-1 to 8-9. That seems like something the Jets would do. Anyways, let's see what we got here. Stats and awards. We have Zach Wilson being a god, 7th best offense in the NFL. Defense choked it for us, 30th best defense. Okay. 4,800 yards, 39 TDs, 12 interceptions. Great year. Breece Hall, 8 TDs, 4.4 per carry, almost 1,100 yards. Great rookie year. Elijah Moore, 1,100 yards, 7 TDs. CJ, 8 TDs, 1,000 yards. Garrett Wilson, 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. Great rookie year. Corey Davis, 12 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Looking at it defensively, CJ Mosley, 151 tackles is great. Breece Hall is a 124. And then tackles for a loss, 18 for Carl Lawson. Sacks, 13.5 for Carl Lawson, 6.5 for Jermaine Johnson. Interceptions, 4 for Sauce Gardner. Great rookie year. Safety, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So unfortunately, we missed the playoffs. I can see the Jets going 8-9 in real life. But anyways, let's move into the offseason. And once again, the Ravens beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson wins Super Bowl MVP and League MVP. Zach Wilson wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, but technically that's not the real Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's go and see the real Offensive Rookie of the Year. So go over here, go over to yearly awards. Let's go to AFC. AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kenny Pickett. AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year is Channing Tindall. Who? Okay. NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year is Desmond Ridder. NFC Defensive Rookie of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson. I don't know who that Dolphins player was. I might be stupid, but either way, we're going to see the roster upgrades to see if there is any development upgrades. I'm assuming Zach Wilson is a superstar, and he is. It looks like everyone else here is the same. Elijah Vera Tucker as star dev. I already knew that. Carl Lawson gets superstar dev. That's sick. And everyone else here looks the exact same. So, I'm now going to move into the re-sign players here to see who we have to re-sign. I don't think I wanted anyone anyways, so I don't think I am going to re-sign anybody, and I'm just going to skip into free agency here in a second once I look at the retirements. 2021 retirements, technically 2022 retirements. We got the AFC East, I believe, and nobody retires in the AFC East. And let's go to the players ready to negotiate. We have Tyler Conklin, Greg Zuerlein, all these other guys that I already rejected and said no to. So how much money do we have to spend? $48 million. Let's get to free agency. All right, so after free agency, I didn't show you guys, but if we look into the roster here, I skipped out on it for some reason. I skipped the 4th week of simulation. I only got Will Lutz because I offered on Bryce Callahan and Ronnie Harrison. They both rejected me. So Will Lutz is our only signing in free agency, unfortunately. So let's move into the draft. In the mid-first round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Pat Harper. Hidden development, 241 pounds out of Tennessee. Looks to be a pretty good pick at pick number 14. In the second round, I'm picking up defensive back Deshaun Warner out of Cincinnati. Oh, another defensive back out of Cincinnati to partner with Sauce Gardner. That's cool. So we've basically solidified our secondary. He's 6'3", 199. He could be good enough to play strong safety, but I'm going to keep Jordan Whitehead there. And in the late second round, another defensive back, Aaron Hickman, hidden development out of Rutgers. Here we are after the draft, and this is what the offense looks like. I really didn't focus on offense that much because, honestly, we really don't need it that much. Our offensive line isn't even bad. George Fant maybe could go. Yeah, that cap penalty kind of sucks. So I guess I'll just wait until I get his replacement. Defensively looking into it, Harper seems 76 overall. My God, that's amazing. I'm going to move him over to left outside linebacker because we are running a coverage scheme with the defensive rushers on the line. So Harper is going to be wearing number 5 and playing the left outside linebacker position. That's cool. Warner is a 72. Hickman's a 70 overall. Do I want Warner at strong safety? It recommends he plays strong safety in general. So I don't know. What do I do here? Let's hit refresh on this real quick. Make sure he's there. I kind of want to cut this guy just so that way my other guy can play, Hickman. So let's cut him. Hickman is going to start over Michael Carter II as Michael Carter's on the other side of the ball. The second string running back. Hickman's cool. Warner, Harper. I like everything that we got here. I'm rocking with all of this. Yeah, I'm not going to start Warner at strong safety unless he gets like superstar dev or something. Specialist. Warner's going to play in the slot. Hickman, Harper. I'm going to start Harper over CJ Mosley. I just want him to get the tackles. Who's this guy? Bo Chamberlain. Okay. Rookie right outside linebacker. Seems to be solid. Doesn't seem to be insane, though. It looks like the CPU picked him up because I sure did not draft that guy. Anyways, it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark going 5-2. Hopefully we don't tank it on the second half of the season coming off a win to the Bills. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have here. Jordan Whitehead. He seems to be a solid player overall. I will give him the contract as he resigns. George Fant, no. I was thinking about cutting you. Connor McGovern, no. Braxton Barrows, no. I know you got a contract in real life, but no. Ty Johnson, no. Quincy Williams. I might need this right tackle because I'm losing the other one, George Fant, so I don't know about him yet. So, yeah, let's see our defensive scheme. Our defense is what's dominating. Our offense, no, that's Cincinnati, my bad. So our defense is actually second in points per game, which I'm rocking with, so I'm not going to change it up. Let's move to the playoffs. And would you look at that? We messed it up again. 8-9, the defense just fell off on the second half of the season. I'm not allowing this to happen again. Why was our defense so good the first half of the season, and the second half it's like, we don't want to play. We don't want to play. We're good enough. No more Patriots defense. I'm switching to Rams defense. It's so annoying. Anyways, let's see the stats and awards. God, that's frustrating. Coming off a win to the Patriots. What does Zach Wilson have? Again, he's pulling his weight. Defense isn't pulling theirs. 12th best offense and 21st best defense. I guess it's better than last season. 4,600 yards, 31 TDs, 12 interceptions. Breece Hall, 11 TDs, 4.7 per carry, 1,100 yards. Improvement from last season, and he's doing great as a rookie. Garrett Wilson, 1,200 yards, 12 TDs. That's going to be a superstar dev. CJ, 104 receptions, 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. Elijah Moore, 7 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Corey Davis, huge down season. Looking at it defensively, CJ Mosley, 132 tackles. I don't know why he has more, even though I started Pat Harper as the starting sub linebacker. And 25 tackles for a loss for Carl Lawson, sacks, 8 for Carl Lawson, interceptions, 4 for CJ Mosley. Safeties on team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So, anyways, defense choked again. It's now time to move in to the offseason. And the Chiefs beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Josie Jewell, I believe is how you pronounce that. He used to be the Broncos middle linebacker. He's now on the Chiefs, and they win the Super Bowl with them. Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl League MVP. No, Patrick Mahomes wins League MVP, not the Super Bowl MVP. There are no awards here for the Jets, even though we had a really good draft, too. Let's look at the roster to see if there is any development upgrades offensively. Zach Wilson still superstar. Garrett Wilson gets superstar dev. I'm not surprised by that. Hall is having great seasons. If he gets to his third season where he's consistently putting up 4.4 per carry and having double-digit touchdowns, I will give him superstar. Defensively, looking into it, Harper only has star dev, I'm cool with. Warner only has star dev, I'm cool with. Hickman only has star dev, I'm also cool with that. But there is no official development upgrade. CJ Mosley, I kind of want to cut. Yeah, I'm cutting CJ Mosley. I'm saving $12 million a year in cap room, and he's regressing, so I just don't want him in general. So apart from that, guys, we're going to move into these re-sign players here to see who we have to re-sign. And yeah, maybe it'll actually... Do we need to re-sign anybody? Do we need George Fant or Connor McGovern? I don't think so. 2022 retirements. Let's see who we have here. AFC East. Joe Flacco retires. Okay. The GOAT retires. You already know. Anyways, let's look at the players ready to negotiate. We have George Fant, no. Connor McGovern, no. Ty Johnson, Braxton Barrows. I don't want this right tackle. I feel like I could maybe get like Jack Conklin or something else in free agency. We had $94 million to spend. Let's get into it. After free agency, we ended up getting Jair Alexander, Nate Davis, who I'm going to move to center, and Jack Conklin and Irv Smith. So I'm going to have to get rid of CJ because he's 30 and he's 80 overall, but Irv Smith is 25 years old and 80 overall. So apart from that, guys, we had a huge free agency. Our secondary group and our defensive back group is just doing amazing. It's time to move into the draft. And now I'm trading away my second round pick for the middle linebacker, Deion Jones, from the Atlanta Falcons to replace CJ Mosley. So this is a huge addition to our team. In the first round, I'm picking up Cordell Peoples, 6'3" out of Alabama. Unfortunately, only normal dev. I saw that he had a spec catch, a catch in traffic, a break tackle. I thought it was pretty good, but evidently not. Here we are after the draft, as I'm going to take Nate Davis and move him inside to the center position for our team because I didn't do it during free agency if the game will ever load. And I officially moved him to center now. What do we got for the rest of the team? Let's generate the lineup so that way it can actually load. Garrett Wilson. Peoples is a 75 overall, 76 overall. He's not a bad player. He just doesn't have a development. I hate that when that happens. Irv Smith is going to start over CJ. If Irv Smith can actually please start and not make him a fullback. CJ, can I cut you? It really doesn't help if I cut you either way, so I'm not going to. Defensively, Harper, Witherspoon, Chamberlain. I'm going to move Warner to strong safety officially now. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. So, I mean, it makes sense to move him there anyways. I know I just had Jordan Whitehead on a contract, but I'll just trade him away now that I'm moving him to strong safety because we have so much depth at DB. It really does not matter. Hickman's going to move up. Yeah, Jordan Whitehead's going to have to go just because I have replaced him immediately. So who has high interest in Jordan Whitehead? Ooh, was that the Niners? Yes, it was the Niners. They have negative cap room. So who can I take off their hands? Sure, Kyle Juszczyk. I'll take your fullback, and I want your second-round pick. Does that work? Wow, that actually Jordan Whitehead for Kyle Juszczyk and a second-round pick. I'm surprised that actually worked. We got Kyle Juszczyk. We got an unnecessary fullback. But that's cool. Corey Davis, like this entire offense is complete. I just needed to develop a little bit more. Defensively looking into it, Harper, Warner, Hall, Sauce Gardner, Hickman, Ashton Davis. Yeah, it's just a really young team, and it needs to develop is the main thing. I want Jermaine Johnson playing rush right end, so that way he can actually get his reps in, please. So I'm going to do that instead of having that right outside linebacker rushing off the edge. Depth chart. And let's go to rush right end. Where is Jermaine Johnson? Here, and here. He's playing rush right end now, so I'm cool with that. And apart from that, guys, it's now time to get into the third season, and we have the Rams defensive playbook this time. Let's get to the midseason mark. Ah, yes, now we're 1-6. The entire team just sucks now. Okay, makes total sense. Defensive rushing game is 7th, and our defensive passing game is 25th in the league, with Sauce Gardner, Jair Alexander, a beast new strong safety, Ashton Davis, and all the depth you could ever want at defensive back. Makes total sense. Love the game, EA. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have. We have Quinnen Williams. Yes, please. I will re-sign you. And let's up the money and do that, and you're all good. Deion Jones, let's re-sign you as well. I just dropped a second-round pick on you. Of course, I'm going to re-sign you. He resigns. Breece Hall, he shouldn't have a contract yet, so I'm going to extend it because he should have a 4-year contract, not a 3-year contract. It shouldn't be this. Come on, hurry up. We're going to give him the 4 years, save changes, and we have to back out and then go back in because EA glitches all the time whenever you edit a player and the player's ready to negotiate tab. So Carl Lawson is here, and let's up the money for him. And he resigns. Sauce Gardner should not be here either. I should have 4 years with him. Then I should have his 5th-year option. So I'm not going to, I'm not going to sign him whenever I could just have him on his 5th-year deal. So I will give him his 5-year deal. And now I will go back down. 2 players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have here. Corey Davis. Sure, I mean, I guess you're good depth, but you're not going to be progressing anytime. Okay, if you don't want the contract, I'm not going to re-sign you. Garrett Wilson, I'm also going to give him his 5th-year option. There's so many stupid deals here that I just need to fix because you can't edit the contracts whenever you make these players. The CPU just gives them the contracts. They'll give them at least 3 years every single time. So a lot of these players I just don't want to re-sign. I'm not going to re-sign Corey Davis if he's being picky at his contract, even though I gave him more salary. Breece Hall, I am going to give him more money, and he resigns. Lakeland Tomlinson, I am going to sign him 2-year deal, up the money, because I don't really have anyone better. He's signing Ashton Davis I would like back. Jermaine Johnson, again, I should have a 5th-year option with him. He shouldn't be here in the first place. So, come on, load please. Let's give him this. Give him the 5 years, save changes. Now I have to back out again. Ashton Davis, I would like to give a contract if I could give him a contract because I don't have anyone better. Where is my tab to negotiate players? It just disappeared all of a sudden. I don't know why it's gone. Can I simulate to the next week and suddenly have it pop up again? There it is. Because for some reason it just disappeared. Anyways, Corey Davis, Ashton Davis, Braden Mann. Everyone else here is a no. Ashton Davis I would like back. Spread it out, up the money, and he resigns. So anyways, guys, apart from that, hopefully we can do something. We just came off a win for the Chargers after simulating that week. We're 2-6. Let's get to the playoffs. Not the Super Bowl, please, the playoffs. Okay, this game makes no sense. We went from 2-6 to 10-7, and all the previous years we went from 5-2 to 8-9. Thank you, game. Anyways, our defense is still 28th in points per game, but our offense improved significantly, 10-7 behind the 12-5 Buffalo Bills, coming off a win to the Ravens, here to face the 11-6 Jacksonville Jaguars. Stats and awards, let's see what we got here. We have Zach Wilson being an absolute baller. Let's see what we got for MVP. Aaron Rodgers. How does Zach Wilson not even place top 10? Makes no sense. I mean, he had the worst pass rating in the NFL, so never mind. Best offense in the NFL, 13th best defense, 5,200 yards, 36 TDs, 23 interceptions is horrible. That is so unbelievably bad. Like, you're the next Jameis Winston. Breece Hall, 13 TDs, 4.9 per carry, 1,200 yards. He keeps improving every single year, and he keeps improving his averages, his touchdowns, his yards. He's such a great player. I'm giving him superstar dev, regardless if the CPU doesn't or not. Corey Davis, 1,500 yards, 12 TDs. I'm still not going to re-sign you. You're being picky with your contract. Irv Smith, 7 TDs, 1,200 yards. That's a superstar dev, 107 receptions. Like, that's a great year. Elijah Moore, 1,100 yards, 8 TDs. Garrett Wilson, huge down year. And Breece Hall had some receptions too. Deion Jones, 109 tackles. Tackles for a loss is 20 for Quentin Williams. Sacks, 9.5 for Quentin Williams. Interceptions is 2 for Sauce Gardner. And safeties is, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So, anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to see if we can beat the 11-6 Jacksonville Jaguars. To move on to the divisional round, can we beat the Jaguars? We do. 31-21. I think this is where it stops because Buffalo has the number 1 offense. Yikes. We have the 28th defense for points per game, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we lost here. Can we beat the 12-5 division rivals, Buffalo Bills? We don't. We get whooped up 49-20. Our defense just cannot hold any amount of points. Let's get to the offseason. And the Bengals and Joe Burrow win Super Bowl MVP against the Buccaneers. Aaron Rodgers wins league MVP, and there are no awards here for the New York Jets. So we're going to see if there is any development upgrades offensively. What do we have? Zach Wilson still doesn't get Superstar X Factor. No surprise, because Zach Wilson had 23 interceptions. Breece Hall, I'm going to give him Superstar Dev. The dude had almost 5.0 average, which is amazing. And he had quite a bit of touchdowns and improves every single year. Corey Davis has Superstar Dev now. I still don't want to give him a contract. I feel like I can get a better receiver in free agency. Anyways, Irv Smith Jr., I would like to give a contract. Not a contract, a Superstar Development, because he had 107 receptions. He had a great amount of yards and a pretty solid amount of touchdowns as well. So he should get Superstar Dev, and I give it to him. Defensively, looking into it, who do we got? Quentin Williams gets Superstar Dev. That's cool. And nobody else here gets anything else, so that's fine. Anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move into the retirements and the re-sign players to see what we have. I don't think we have anyone to re-sign. It says Corey Davis we need to re-sign, but he was being picky with his contract, and I feel like I need to trade or just get a big-time receiver for Zach Wilson, because apparently Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson aren't developing quick enough. AFC East, Patriots defensive end retires Autry. That's cool. Let's see the players ready to negotiate here. We have Corey Davis. No. Braden Mann, sure. I'll sign my punter back. I don't really care. I have a lot of money anyways. So he resigns. And everyone else here is just a no. Don't really care about them. It's now time to move into free agency. Here we are after free agency. I got the big-time receiver for Zach Wilson. I also got Kenneth Murray at linebacker. And I think it is now time for us to move in to the draft. Well, actually, I might just scoop out my draft pick right now and try and get a big-time receiver. What's a huge receiver? I mean, I just got one, but I want it like, a Stephon Diggs? Is that a possibility? I mean, he's 30 years old. Can I trade away my first-round pick for him? Is that like a thing? Oh, yes, I can. I'll trade my first and my fifth-round pick for him, and unfortunately, we can't make the trade because of the salary cap. Who cares, dude? Who genuinely cares? That's so stupid. Anyways, let's move into the draft then. In the first round, I'm picking up a second-string running back, 5'8" out of Utah, just because, why not? I don't need anything else on this team. So this is the team going into the fourth and final season. It is stacked out of its mind, but I'm sure the CPU will make us go 1-6 at the midseason mark and then make us finish off at 8-9. Anyways, Tillman, apparently the CPU picked up this guy, Adonis Tillman. He looks pretty good, actually. And everyone else here is I don't really care about. It doesn't really matter because they've been here the entire time. I'm going to skip in to the playoffs because we don't need to resign anybody at the midseason mark. Let's get into it. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Seahawks, as we're in the wild card at 14-3. How do we not get the first seed? Somehow the Ravens did better than us, probably going 15-2 or something like that. Anyways, let's get to the stats and awards and see what we got here. We have Zach Wilson, who did pretty good overall, ninth best offense, 5th best defense, finally. 4,200 yards, 34 TDs, a lot better at interceptions this year. Breece Hall, 18 TDs, Michael Carter, 11, 5.8 per carry, almost 1,600 yards. Dude's amazing. Elijah Moore, 1,200 yards, 6 TDs. T. Higgins, 7 TDs, 1,000 yards. Garrett Wilson, 10 TDs. Looking at it defensively, Deion Jones, 108 tackles for a loss, 15 for Quinn Williams, sacks, 13 for Carl Lawson, Bo Chamberlain, and Jermaine Johnson, finally with 10 sacks, interceptions, 6 for Deion Jones. Safeties on the team is 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it's time to see if these 14-3 Jets can beat the 9-8 Bengals. We're a 91 overall team. I'm not surprised that we went 14-3. Finally had our good breakout season, beating them 31-10. That's what I expected. Here to face Russell Wilson and the 10-7 Broncos. We're literally almost a whole 20 overalls higher than them. 34-23. That's what I expected. Now the Steelers are going to be a challenge. They're an 89 overall team. They also have Kenny Pickett, I do believe, as their starting QB still. Maybe they signed a different QB. I don't think they would have. Steelers QB, Kenny Pickett. He's a star dev here. Wow. Steelers are going to be dominating in simulation, so let's see if we can beat them in this conference championship to move on to the Super Bowl. Let's get into it. Here we are at home against the Steelers, as it is 0-0 right now, 7-0. They strike back 7-7. We punt. Come on, 10-7. We take the lead again, and 10-10. They tie it up again. They take their first lead, 17-10. We tie it up, 17-17 in the third quarter. Neck and neck game. 24-17, let's tie it back up. We do. 24-24, 27-24, taking back the lead. Hold that lead, hold it. And they got so close to winning there in the red zone. They did not capitalize. 24-27, as we're going to move on to the Super Bowl, and this is a successful rebuild. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 12-5 Green Bay Packers, who are a 91 overall team. I'm pretty sure I saw Aaron Rodgers in free agency, so I'm wondering who their QB is. Let's see who that is. Jordan Love, superstar dev, QB. 91 overall team versus 91 overall team. Well, no, we're a 91 overall team. They're an 84 overall team. We're significantly better. Let's see the offensive upgrades. Offensively, Breece Hall should for sure get superstar X Factor. The dude's a beast, and we're even in a passing scheme. Dude's doing amazing. He deserves superstar X Factor. He's a 99 overall superstar X Factor now. That's awesome to see. Irv Smith here. So he's the only one that gets a development upgrade. Defensively, no one else here has a development upgrade either. I wish I started Warner earlier because he seems to be pretty good at an 83 overall. Chamberlain has star dev now. Jermaine Johnson still doesn't have a face. So it's now time to get into this Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers. Win or lose, it's still a successful rebuild because we made it to the Super Bowl. So let's get into it. Here we are against the Green Bay Packers, 7-0 opening drive start. We hold them off on their opening drive, and then they strike back 7-7, 14-7 here, and then 21-7, 28-7, packing it on them, 28-7 at the half, pounding them in that ground, 35-7. Come on now, 35-14, 42-14, 49-14, humiliating the Packers in the Super Bowl. 49-14, we're going to win the Super Bowl, absolutely humiliating the Packers and Jordan Love. Zach Wilson, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 140 passer rating. Breece Hall, 95 yards, 4.7 per carry, and 3 touchdowns. I don't know who's going to win the Super Bowl MVP, probably Zach Wilson, but Breece Hall is a stud. I should probably put him in the thumbnail along with Sauce Gardner. I don't know. There's Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, Garrett Wilson. There's a lot to look forward here for these Jets fans as they're going to win the Super Bowl 4 years from now. Hey, it's better than never because it seems like the Jets organization will never win. Anyways, let's look in. Zach Wilson wins Super Bowl MVP and the Coach of the Year goes to the Jets. And dang, bro. What a turnaround season for us. What a rebuild. Super, super enjoyed this one. Anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you tell me down in the comments below which team I should rebuild next. And apart from that, look at the defense. Just look at this overall beauty of this team. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.